Welcome back to the bubble, ladies and gentlemen. I am a couple of minutes after just finishing up the last episode that you saw, where the war is starting to really go on. I'm fighting as Sweden against Denmark and Russia, and both computers are very hard. That's the setting, not my opinion. And if you look at this, I mean, their armies are quite big, and their artillery will be doing a lot of damage to my units, and that's why I desperately need efficient artillery as well. Not sufficient, but efficient. Sufficient, of course, as well. And I will need more infantry right on that spot, I just noticed. But also, my Danish civilization is on the move. I have 4 stables for Denmark, and I will use them to create a bunch of cuirassiers and dragoons. So most likely, most of my cavalry units will come from Denmark. But I can afford one 18th century barrack, so of course I want to run into that one as soon as I possibly can. And now let's see, yes, I do have the ability to make one 400 unit formation of musketeers. And these will be sufficient in, hopefully, will be sufficient in wiping out, or defending my cannons rather, against this group. I can't stress enough how important it is to have artillery when you're facing like very hard and something like that, civilizations that have a lot of units, because you can't produce enough units to face them with only infantry. You need artillery as well, and you need that badly. Oh, look at that, they have some cool 18th century musketeers from Denmark. That's really cool. But I will just be using my artillery to keep trying to focus them down, basically. Oh, and we are out of iron, and that means that my soldiers cannot fire. They can't fire if they don't have any iron, and they can't fire if they don't have any coal. So I really have to make sure that that doesn't happen too often, because if it does, then I'm toast. And I also need a lot more gold, and that of course gets a lot easier when I have a high stone production. So I will need to start upgrading as many of my mines as possible, and my coal is already out again. Let's see if I have any troops right here. The Hakkapelites, I need to send you right in there. Do I have any more Hakkapelites here? I do. I have 59 of them, and I need you to attack the cannons. And these guys can pull back because the cannons are gonna do a lot of damage to you boys. Let's see, I still have a bunch of peasants from Denmark that I can use. Now only 25 though, but I will send them into the mines, because when it comes to mines and things like that, I don't need really any upgrades. There are no upgrades that affect mines except for visibility and things like that, and also durability, since there are upgrades that increase the durability of all your buildings. Okay, we have even more cannons from now for our lines, and these one are from Denmark, so I'm gonna set them on the 1 key, and my Swedish ones are on the level, or on the 2 key. So now we'll have a bunch of artillery that will protect my lines. But the musketeers really took a beating. Wow. Brave guys, all of them. Let's see, I only have 3 idle peasants right now for Denmark. I guess I'll just produce a bunch more of them just for the mines, for the sake of the mines. Let's see if I can upgrade my Swedish artillery a bit more. Not artillery, but cavalry, of course, a bit more, and I can. However, I am insufficient in resources on so many occasions, which of course sucks. It's always a lot worse when you can't produce, of course. But I'll just keep sending my peasants into the mines, and hopefully, eventually that problem will like work itself out. And look at that! My 17th century pikemen are in the center of, not really in the center, in the very outskirts of the Danish capital, the Danish Empire. So I'm really happy that I got that worked out. Didn't get it worked out, but at least I got their attention. But look at this, I mean the armies that come when you play against two very hard computers is insane. These are Siege Cossacks and Hussars, which means that they will be very fast, and so far it's only 17th century infantry and 18th century from the diplomatic center, which of course will mean that they are a lot weaker, which I applaud. As long as they are weaker than mine, I'm happy. Let's see, durability, accuracy, that's what I want. Let's see, I can send you pikemen down to Russia. I just need to keep them like busy. Very important to keep them busy, because if they're not, then they're gonna come at me, and I do not want that. How much for the next 16,000 for the next 18th century barracks for Denmark? And I want that. So we're gonna build it right there. And let's see. Hits target at a range and in melee. That's cool. Oh, they don't have their grenadiers. They don't have their grenadiers left. But I'm gonna go with grenadiers from Denmark. And then I'll also upgrade my 17th century troops from Denmark, because I will need them to occupy their mines as much as possible. And if I can deny that barrack being built, that will make things a lot easier as well. I don't think I will. However, I can deal some damage to their economy. So I will. Any chance I get to destroy stuff for my opponent, I'm just gonna jump at that opportunity. And now a lot of peasants are going down for Denmark. But that also means that I take their attention. I get their attention. They are starting to get with 18th century musketeers. These guys are scary good. They're really scary. But soon I'll have an army of my own of Danish troops. Let's see if I can start focusing on some mines now. It's good though that it seems like I only have idols from Denmark. That's weird, but good. It makes it a lot easier than having to like split up my focus between the different idol groups, or decide if I want Swedish or Danish peasants. But this starts to look good. And this group of people, the Danish infantry, I'll send you straight to Russia. And you guys, I will need you to build more barracks when that time comes. 32,000. I have so many idle peasants right now. So many idle peasants. But, I mean, I'm gonna need every single one of them. Because I need them for the mines. Let's see if I have any Hackapelites ready to attack those guys. I do. Oh my god, this army is so big. And I will most likely lose like all of my open confrontations because they move with their artillery. I don't. So that of course leaves me very vulnerable. There we go. That's not what I meant. I meant there we go. Okay, and I need 32,000. My stone excavation points are really not going as fast as I would have wanted, but I need to find more spots for stone. And I also have some more Swedish peasants that can build me a wall on the western side. Not that I'm getting attacked on the western side, I just don't like surprises. Most likely I won't be surprised since I have the ability to see the whole map, but you know what I mean, hopefully. Okay, I need more Hakkapelites. I need my cavalry to be fast and efficient. 19,200 gold. I do not want a 17th century, another 17th century barracks. I'm fine, thank you. Let's see if I have any more stone. There we do. We got one. You guys can go up here and start working on the stone. You guys can finish the storehouse. Look at that. This army combined Russia and Denmark. Crazy amount of troops. And I will be building another stable. Because cavalry is gonna be mobile enough, and they are gonna have the armor necessary, and they're gonna deal a lot of damage eventually. So I'm really gonna rely a lot on my cavalry. And my musketeers are maxed out when it comes to damage, at least. And I will have quite the battery of Swedish artillery. Okay, are there any more places where I can put peasants on stone instead of whatever they're working on? Go right over there. And I think, however, that I do have... Yeah, now I will have both of the stone excavation upgrades for Denmark, which means that they will be just as efficient as the Swedish peasants at collecting stone. That's what we want. So far, I've been able to keep their armies occupied. Occupied enough to not attack me, at least, but they still have quite the armies. This looks really cool though. So I'm just gonna print screen this one. This is cool. But I mean, I don't have enough troops to face them out in the open field. I don't. I really don't. Let's see, I can create another section of musketeers. Really good. And I'm gonna dissolve that formation and create another one of 23 cannons. So these ones are gonna deal quite a lot of damage. Let's see if these guys can deal some damage as well. I don't really think they will, but I mean, their artillery seems to be on the other side of the mountain, so they won't get at me. It will just be these guys. And I will be using my Hakkapelites as well. And look at that! I have one squad of 93 pikemen in the Russian city to wreak havoc. The Russian 17th century cavalry has a unique unit, which is really cool. Now I just saw that it got blocked by the church, by the Orthodox Cathedral. I think most of you recognize that building. but we also need to destroy as much as we see. But yeah, I think there we have it. Really cool unit. But so far, I don't have any Russian peasants, so I can't start building my Russian civilization yet, which kind of bugs me. But now I will send a bunch of cavalry their way as well. Both Danish and Swedish. They will ride together as one, and it's gonna be beautiful, you guys. 32,000 gold. I need to get some iron going as well. It's not enough to just upgrade the mines, I'm aware of that. But as long as they're upgraded, at least they have room for some peasants. Let's see. Okay, there it is. We can send those guys in. And that mine needs some people in it as well. If you look up to the left, you see the population space that I have. So I'm actually gonna stop producing Danish peasants right now. And I'm also gonna build one more Danish town center, town hall. Because I need my population space. And I need as much of it as I possibly can get. Okay, these guys got around. So I'm just gonna send them straight through as well. Was I able to actually capture anything? A couple of buildings, yeah, but I didn't manage to get that to get through that much. But these guys are gonna hit like an absolute hammer against the Russian city. And I'll just keep throwing 17th century troops at them until they're tired and go home. Because I do not want them in my city. And look at that. Bunch of unguarded peasants. If only the Russian civilization was as reckless. But they are. Wow. As soon as these guys ride through, that's gonna be amazing to watch. Let's see, I'll send these guys over there as well, and then I have a couple of more Hakkapelites. I will actually try to assemble a bigger squad of Hakkapelites this time. Because I really want to not just scratch a bit at the surface, but I want to actually deliver a fist pump? A punch at them. So far they, however, seem to want to walk around, and I'm not a big fan of that at all. But still, I will be ready for them. These guys will hopefully deal some damage to them as well. But I mean, the cavalry attack from here is gonna be super cool. Hopefully. Hope I'm just not hyping it up and building up for disappointment. Still, my economy is not really growing as fast as I would have wanted it to, though. I'm gonna focus on upgrading mines, of course, because I don't need a bunch of idle peasants, I need money. I need gold, I need iron, and I need coal, and stone, and food, and wood, etc, etc. Okay. By pressing Ctrl P, by the way, I select all idle peasants. So that's a lot quicker way to go about selecting a bunch of peasants. than just needing to go back to the town hall every time. Because that of course takes time that I do not want to spend on searching for the town hall. Let's see, I will very soon be able to start attacking them, but they are trying to run around. How come? Still have a bunch of idle peasants, but now that section of the wall is built, which is really good. I will even be able to build a nice little gatehouse right there. But these guys will hopefully pack quite the punch. I just hope that these guys won't be enough to overwhelm my defenses, because then I will be toast. So I'm gonna select all these guys. I'm gonna mark them as 3, because then I'll have my cannons on 1 and 2, and then my infantry on 3. And there we go. You guys can change your fire to over here. I'm sorry for the lag, you guys. But the cuirassiers are getting mowed down by both artillery and muskets. So very soon, at least the Danish army will be out of the equation. But these guys are still going to deal a lot of damage to my infantry. I really wish I had more like fast cavalry right here. But okay, I'm getting a Minas Tirith vibe right now, and I love it. I love it. I have hundreds of cavalry units right here, ready to wreak havoc to the Russian city. I'll press A so they attack everything on the way, which most likely would just be these guys. And you need to move back. And we also need to replenish those troops immediately. And we are also starting to get somewhere with our Danish infantry units. Really good, of course. I only have like, I don't even have 400 yet. But at least it's good to know that I have a bunch of troops right there. That's preparing for invasion of Denmark. Let's see, can I upgrade any more mines right now? I cannot. I will, however, sell a bunch of stone so that I will be able to upgrade these mines. Let's see. And the amount of idle peasants decrease drastically when I start sending them into the mines. I did have like almost 300 at one point, remember? But now it's going down. Let's see, you guys will stand right there, you guys will stand right there, you guys will stand right there, and then I'll have to replenish my troops. Almost back to 400 of the 18th century musketeers. There we go, 400 yet again. And wow, I do not like that one bit that they're coming from that position, because they can deal so much damage to my economy from there. And their super fast cavalry is coming in at the very front. At the same time, I will send my cavalry right through their city. Let's see, do I have any more Hakkapelites? I do. and I will need to send them right up here as soon as possible, because if they get to this little section, then that will not be good for me at all. Let's see, I have my artillery right there. I can still deal some damage to them, fortunately. But I will need to send like every single one of my units over there to help out. Because currently their army is humongous. My artillery is fortunately dealing some damage to them as well, but they managed to wipe out one of my mines, which of course sucks because that was one of my most upgraded mines, but still, I mean, we're gonna clean these guys up. Not before they took a bunch of my peasants though. But here we go with my cavalry attack. This will most likely be the last thing that happens in this episode, because we're already like almost half an hour in. But I really want these guys to die. And I do not want any of my peasants to get over there. So now we're moving back our artillery because Denmark is coming at me as well. But look at that. We are dealing quite a bit of damage to their city right here. I will not be using any mortars. I just realized that that might have been a mistake, not using any mortars. But at least we're dealing some damage to them. That's good. However, Denmark is knocking at the gates right over here as well. And this is gonna hurt as well, because this damn hill is in the way. But I will be sending my troops from every location, from every direction. And there we got that one back. And I need to repair that one. And I'll also need to build yet another 18th century barracks, because my troops are disappearing swiftly. However, the grenadiers did a great job at mopping up some of them, fortunately. Now I'll just need to keep sending my troops in here to deal as much damage as they possibly can, of course. Military buildings cannot be occupied by soldiers, except the artillery depot. The artillery depot can be occupied, but not like barracks and stables. Okay, so now we got even more Danish grenadiers coming. That's good. And also I think I'll actually build another barrack for Denmark. Let's see, what kind of mines do I have left? A couple. They destroyed one at least of my most important mines, which kind of blows. But I will be trying to upgrade these ones instead, which are situated a bit further away from the front line, that is. but at least I did manage to deal some damage to Russia. But we still have a Danish army right here. Let's see what kind of damage I can deal. It's really difficult when you're at the wrong side of the hill to deal damage with the cannons. However, now I just got 8 more, which is really good. And I'll just keep upgrading, keep building, and eventually, hopefully, I will win. We are starting to get quite the amount of Swedish artillery right now. However, their cavalry has been really efficient on holding me back on this side. I do not like that at all. However, everyone, this episode is now 30 minutes long, and I'm not going to take up any more of your time. A bit more excitement in this episode, fighting against 2 really big armies, both the Russian and the Danish one. And Denmark is really starting to come at me with a higher ratio than before, a lot faster between the armies. I really need my Russian civilization to come soon, so I can start producing even more troops, because right now it's not going fast enough, not going nearly fast enough. I will be producing another 17th century barrack right there. However, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, a bit more excitement with them actually being able to come into my base, which got me a bit sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. In the next episode, of course, we're gonna keep on with this war, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get some Russian peasants. I really hope so. However, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.